Hello guys, today and in this video we want to discuss about packet tracer 5.4.12. We are going to discuss about access list. As you know, we have two forms for access list, standard and extended. Extended is a little professional, as man can see. And in this activity we should get two objectives. Configure, apply, and verify extended number ACL and also extended name ACL. As you know, for extended and for standard, we have two forms to configure, numbered and named. Both of them works for us and these two options. And what is the difference between extended and standard access list? In standard, you can only filter some host and subnets. But in extended, besides, you can filter and block some host to access, for example, to access to any devices or server and also subnet. You can also filter protocol like FTP, like OSPF, like ICMP. And in this video, we want to configure access list to permit FTP and ICMP from PC1 LAN. As you can see in this topology, we have only one router here, and it's very simple example here we have. Yes. First, we should go to configure terminal or global configuration mode on router 1. And first we should configure access list, and then you should activate under any interface, inbound or outbound. We should discuss about that. Yes. First, configure extended number. You should write here access list and question mark. You can see if you set any number between 1 to 99, it means you have configured a standard. And between 100 to 199, it's up to you. We have configured IP extended access. For example, this number. And question mark again, you can see three options here. You can deny or reject to access, for example, to any host or server. Also permit any host to access to, for example, server via different protocols like FTP. Also remark, it's about if you want to write any command here. For example, this is used for filtering traffic from PC1 or to server blah blah blah. It's up to you. In this scenario, we should write permit because permit FTP here. And again, excuse me, question mark again, and you have access to different protocol here like HP, EIGRP, ESP, GRE, SMP, and whatever. But I cannot find FTP here because under UDP and under TCP, you can have access to FTP mode. And in this situation and in this activity, we should write here TCP. Question mark again. Who is the source address? Source address is here. PC from PC1 LAN. You can write here this IP address. This is for PC1. Yes. Next step. This is wildcard bits. You should write here wildcard bits. You have a /24 to 27 here, and you should write here. How can calculate wildcard mask? You should go here. For example, you want to calculate wildcard mask for /27. For /27, wildcard mask should be always. You should write here 255, 255, 255, 255. Minus what is the subnet mask for /27? 255, 255, 255, and 224. Yes, it should be 255, 255, subtract here 0, and number 2 also 0, number 3 also 0, and what about this one? 255, 255, yes, 255 minus 224, it will be this one, and it is our wildcard mask for /27. And you can write here, yes, yes, you can see also here, question mark again. Now we should write destination address. What is our destination address? We want to configure accesses to permit FTP and ICMP from PC1 LAN to server. Yes? It should be host, because only we have single destination host. And IP address should be 172.22.34.62. And because only we have single host here, but we don't need to write wildcard mask. Okay. And after that, you should write here equal FTP here. You can see FTP here. Yes. And we have configured the first permission for PC1 can get server FTP server. Yes. And this is extended access list. We have also other one here, access list 100 permit ICMP, because we have ICMP, but we don't need to write required to write here TCP, because we have ICMP here. And what about source address is here 72 22, and wildcard mask we have calculated, and host, and this is IP address of FTP server, and we don't, yes, yes, we don't need to write anything more here, because this is if you, for example, if you want to permit echo or echo reply and host reachable, something like that, you can write also here, but it's enough in our activity based on instructions here. Yes, and also we can write here show access list, and you can see which configuration that you have created here, and apply ACL on the correct interface to filter traffic. And the next step in part 1 is here. After you have configured, you say this packet should be sent from PC1 to R1. In this situation, you should activate this access list under G00 here, this interface that connected to PC1. And it's inbound because PC1 should send it to R2. Okay? Not R1 sent out to PC1. You should write here interface G00 here, and IP access group. Which one? This is the number of words over access group is 100, and it's inbound. And now verify access list implementation from PC1 desktop and command prompt here. You can write FTP server you can see you can get access to FTP server. This is IP address of server, you can see here, and with quit can we also go out, and for example for PC2 also, but ping from PC1 to PC2, the destination host should be unreachable because the ACL did not explicitly permit the traffic. Okay, only PC1 can ping server, cannot ping this IP address This is 98. This is unreachable. But what about server? Yes, PC1 can ping server but cannot ping PC2 because we have configured this ICMP. Only permit from PC1 to server. Okay? And in part 2, we should also apply and verify extended named access list. We should go to R1 and here, and we should go to PC2 now and configure and accesses to permit HTTP port 80 access and ICMP from PC2 LAN. In this situation, to configure named, you should write here IP access list extended and word. It should be word. And what is the name? The name, for example, this is up to you. For example, you can write here HTTP only for Amir or HTTP only. And under this access list that you have configured, you can write here permit or any or remark or no to delete or exit to come back to configuration terminal. Yes, or here. And right here, for example, we want to permit, we don't have any HTTP only here. It means you should write TCP. And what is the source address? Source address should be 172.22.34.96 and wildcard mask should be 000. This is a slash 28, and in this situation you should write here a slash 28 should be yes 204 and it will be 15 because this one is yes. And it should be also host. Which host? This is server host. I want to copy. We want to access to server host. We get permission and equal EQ. We have FTP domain. Also, we have also World Wide Web or HTTP. You can write here www, and we don't have any more here. And about ICMP, the only thing you should write here, it should be ICMP because we have ICMP in our list and we don't need to write under TCP mode and protocol. And now you can verify what accesses that you have. You can see we have 2 accesses for list 100 and also for list HTTP only that we have configured already because we have 2. We have configured 2 extended here in this activity. And now we should come back to configure terminal mode, and we should actuate this configuration under G01. Why? Because it's connected to PC2 interface G01, and right here IP access group, it should be IP access group name, or no, it also should be in, because PC2 should send any packet to R1, and R1 received this packet from G01. And in this situation, you should use inbound traffic. Okay, it's not outbound from router 1 to PC2. And verify ping from PC2 to server. If the ping is unsuccessful, verify the IP address before continuing. Yes, we get permission from PC2 to server 1 in via this command and via this configuration. And from PC2, open a web browser and enter the IP address of the server. The web page of the server should be displayed. Yes, this is IP address of web server. Go here, web browser, and you can get access to a web browser via HTTP. It's not HTTPS. Yes, it should be HTTP. And FTP from PC2 to server. Go here and FTP should be fail. Before that, if you remember, I have configured it here, FTP. It works because you can see username here, but now you cannot see. The connection should fail. If not, troubleshoot the access list statement and access group configuration on the interface. Yes. Yes, why? Because only we have permit TCP, HTTP, in fact, HTTP protocol, we have permit, and also ICMP. We can, because ICMP it's a protocol to help us to ping other devices, other network devices, and we don't mention anything about FTP. And in this situation, PC2 cannot ping PC, um, cannot ping server, FTP server, but PC1 can. If you remember, PC1 can here because we have configured FTP here permission. And if you write, for example, permit TCP, FTP, permit ICMP, and something like that, whatever, in the third line, this is hidden. You write deny any. It's right, deny any. If you read this description here, execute show access list. Okay, notice that the statement deny any does not appear at the end of the access list. The default execution of an access list is that if a packet does not match a statement in the access list, it's not permitted through the interface. It means, for example, for this one, it will be blocked. Other, for example, HTTP. If you go here, for example, you can, I hope it works because I don't know. Yes, it works. For example, because you have only get permission for FTP and for ICMP on PC1. In this situation, PC1 cannot access to server via HTTP, and in PC2 is other configuration. Yes, I hope you can understand this activity, and please subscribe me and leave me any comment, any message, and maybe any question. Have a nice day.